Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double time.
The Gear Jammer's Super Fluffy Truck Series came to the home of NASCAR, the Charlotte Moore Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina, for race number 13 of the season, and turned to be one of the more cleaner races of the season thus far. Chris Stump will be on the pole with Frank DiMaggio second, Tommy Haynes in third, Katie Hyde fourth, and James Walker your top five, as a big field of trucks work around the Charlotte Moore there for 134 laps. And the action at the front got hot and heavy quick. DiMaggio on the outside of Stump on lap 2 crosses him over out of turn 2. He would get to the inside of Stump entering turn 3, and he would take over the race lead on lap number 2. And when we thought Stump was able to settle in to number 2 spot, things got even worse. Katie Hyde slid up too much out of 4. They make contact, but they both go sliding, and then Hyde slides up into Stump, who almost had it saved through the grass. But he gets loose, exiting the pit, and hit the inside retaining wall. His night was over, but no caution would come as a result. Further back, Brett Boncari, who had a dismal qualifying run 16th, was charging through the field, passing Jordan Malish for second place in turn 2 on lap number 27. Eventually, though, the second one would belong to Frank DiMaggio, as he led nearly every single lap as he rocketed up through the field, and he would eventually win segment number 1 with relative ease. And as segment 2 got underway, Boncari and DiMaggio were the only ones on older tires, and Boncari got way high out of turn 2 and falls right to the back of the field. DiMaggio was under attack from Chris Scala for the race lead, and Scala would take over the top spot with series newcomer Henrique Diaz taking the number 2 spot away. And after DiMaggio also fell back, it was just tight quarters for the top spot. As many as 7 trucks would have been at least 1.5, maybe 2 seconds of the race lead. Jordan Malish got right close to Chris Scott, but couldn't quite make the pass work for the top spot. Eventually, though, lap number 55 would be Brian Dent's turn to take over for the top spot. He would pass Chris Scott in the middle of turn 1 and 2, and he would claim the race lead, another lead change very early on in this one. But then a couple laps later, Dent gets too high out of turn 4 and gets the outside wall, grinds it a little bit, and that would allow James Williams to go by in the front straightaway, and he would take over the race lead for yet another lead change. Williams was under a lot of pressure though from Chris Scala, but on lap number 73, it was Scala's turn to hit the wall. He hits the wall in turn 1. He would get passed by Jordan Malish for second place as they would come out of turn 2, and near the end of the segment, James Williams had the lead, but Jordan Malish gets a big run on him, and Malish nearly gets the win in segment 2, but it will go to James Williams. And after the restart, number 86, it was Katie Hyde on newer tires, blowing by James Walker and James Williams to take over the race lead. You remember earlier, Katie had those problems at the very start of the race with Chris Stump. She recovered nicely to take over the lead. Brian Vowles was also making a move to get to the front 2 spots, but then here came Frank DiMaggio, blowing by Katie Hyde in turn 1 and 2 on lap number 91, and eventually Brett Boncari, who remember fell to the back in segment number 2, he recovered and sliced his way up to the number 2 spot. But then the first non-segment ending caution would come out. It would be for Glenn Wilson, who was having a pretty miserable run. He got clipped the apron free front and gets plowed by Henrique Diaz. Wilson goes spinning in the grass, but Diaz was spinning on the front straightaway, and that would cause the third caution of the race to come out, but the first of the non-segment ending cautions. And now it played into a bit of strategy during the caution, DiMaggio, Boncari, Hyde, and also James Williams and Jordan Malish were the only ones to come in and take tires, as everyone else would stay out near the end of this first segment. And that led to a crazy moment. James Walker had the lead, but he was under a ton of pressure. DiMaggio, Boncari, and Scala go 3 wide for the lead. DiMaggio claims that Boncari slices to second. Scala and Walker just nearly touch in turn 3. And eventually Katie Hyde would go through this mess, and they would go to number 3 spot. Boncari was trying his best to get to DiMaggio, but he hits the wall out of turn 2 near the closing stages, and Boncari would fall back to 4th place. Eventually, it was all Frank DiMaggio getting his 4th win in a row and 6th of the season, showing his absolute dominance as of late. The final results were Frank DiMaggio with the win, Katie Height 2nd, Tommy Haynes in 3rd, Brett Boncari 4th, Jordan Malish 5th, Richard Schwitz 6th, James Walker, Brian Den, Chris Scala, and James Williams would round out the top 10. In the point stand, it's still a fairly tight race among the top 3, with Frank DiMaggio leading Brian Den by 15, Richard Schwitz 18 back. There's a big gap to Brett Boncari and Justin Morton, then Joe Petrick, Chris Scala, James Williams, Jimmy Christian, and Jordan Malish will run out the top 10 after Charlotte.